Hello everyone, welcome back to Alpha Protocol. This is Bob and Threadbare. Now you might notice our funds total is sunken considerably since last time. Well, that's because I got just enough money to pay for the 3rd tier stealth armor. Of course, I then ran out of money for any sort of intel, and there's a whole bunch of missions without any sort of payment coming up after this, so I had to go back and do it all again without buying the armor.
You in place?
Yep. Got a good view of the estate where this meeting is supposed to take place. What now?
Al-Bara's our target. He's supposed to be here tonight.
Well, glad I brought this rifle. But what's the deal with the scope?
It can transmit images to me in real time. Aim at someone, and I'll run their picture through the database. See if we get a match. The longer you focus on a target, the quicker I can make an ID. The ID is all I need.
And if the target's a scumbag, I take him out?
That's your call. If you decide to shoot, just make sure you don't do it if the target's inside of a camera or another person. We don't know who Al-Bara's meeting, so taking anyone else out may have repercussions, depending on who their friends are.
Man, this scope is like twice as sensitive as the mouse is normally. I'm just touching this thing and it's going all over the place.
Owns a sports car dealership in Naples. Does a lot of international business, but no criminal record. Not our guy.
And by the way, if you feel like killing someone in these missions, it's a bad idea.
Roman artist. Made a name for himself last year with a controversial exhibit in Paris. Some local juvenile offenses, but otherwise he's clean. Not our target.
Despite what Mina said, if you shoot anyone, even if you miss, then everybody's gonna get spooked and run for it.
And nobody.
Looks like the guards are clear. Moving up to the next position.
So, in other words, it's sort of an all-or-nothing approach. If any of them run for it and make it out alive, then mission abort.
In position.
Alright, let's begin.
Thanks to that intel I got, identifying targets on this screen will go twice as fast.
Well, she's a little underdressed.
Definitely a cold night from the looks of it.
Alright, Mike. Spanish celebrity talk show host. He's a known meth user, but nothing related to financing terrorists or arms smuggling.
Now, even if I shot that one guy just inside the room there,
Security guard. He's clean.
then everyone would hear it and run.
Dutch flower baron. He's suspected of dipping into the drug trade, but that's all I've got. Nothing really incriminating.
Suppose it helps that we're not heading to the Netherlands.
Private security. Ex-special forces. Not our man. But definitely a professional. He planned and led the assault that took back the hijacked British jet last year.
I remember reading about that. Should I get an autograph for you?
No, I work for the infamous Mike Thornton. Compared to you, he's small time.
Also got some crazy noodle legs.
I'm in position overlooking the chateau. A lot of guests tonight.
I see. Mike, be very...
Careful, I know. I don't want a mob after me before we have a target.
Hope you saw that one guy up on the balcony on the left there, because you're gonna have to remember that fact before you can complete this mission.
He's a curator for one of the museums in town. His latest exhibit on the Crusades has drawn some fire, but otherwise he's clean.
How come half of everybody is wearing t-shirts? What kind of crazy party is this? Damn it! Go behind the damn tree. Asshole. Anyway, regarding the stealth armor, I'll get it soon. Just not yet.
An American novelist. He's got a bestseller right now on corporate involvement in the Middle East.
Oh, is it any good?
I'm waiting for the movie. Anyway, nothing on him.
If you ever wanted to shoot Tom Clancy, here's your opportunity.
He's a cop in Rome. Must be moonlighting as a bodyguard for one of these guys.
Alright, let's see if you... Oh, damn it, you're going behind the tree again. Son of a bitch.
Immigrated to France from the West Bank about 10 years ago. and serves on the board of directors for the Christian Islamic Confederation. He's practically a saint. Keep looking.
One more target to look for. There's the guy gesticulating wildly at the invisible mob.
That's Al-Bara. That's him.
Take him out.
Hold on. A lot of State Department and Interpol records. State Department says he's dirty. Interpol says his finances are legitimate, though. And
Mina, do I take him out?
none of these State Department records are sourced. I can't tell where they came from, or when. Best I can tell, their intel was added to his sheet a few months before you left for Saudi Arabia.
He's a member of Al-Samad, right?
I don't know. I'd say yes. But I might be wrong. You can take him out, or we can abort. It's up to you.
Something smells awfully fishy here. I don't think we should do it.
I'm aborting the mission.
All right, Mike.
And somehow I got $32,000 off of that. I don't know where the money came from. I think it was just from selling stuff in between missions, because the total cash on hand does not change before and after going on this mission. Clean slate here, so...
What's that beeping noise?
Oh, that's what it is. Thank you for telling me, Pop-Up. I think this is the only time this even happens. No wonder Mike's confused. Okay, Scarlet getting back to us about the second piece of Halbeck data. Another 1,000, but that's not what's important. Mina's response to her latest email. Just a little quick heads up there. And oh, Jibril Al-Bara, huh? How would he even know we were here? Something smells fishy. Perhaps we should forward this to Mina. See if she can figure out what's going on. And until then, we get some dossier info on Conrad Marburg for some reason, even though we're not going to talk with him.
No sign of Al-Bara yet.
Maybe he stood you up.
I've never been stood up in my life.
Someone has a high opinion of themselves.
I'm just stating the facts. Sorry, that's...
Switch off your transmitter. If you reach for your gun, one of my men will put a bullet in your skull.
Transmitter's off. I don't plan on reaching for my gun unless you make it necessary.
Once I have the information I need, I plan to leave. You will not be harmed. Perhaps you thought you could enter Rome under the radar. You almost did. But you broadcast your location. Eventually.
I had to. You were my last lead. I'm here to find out what Halbeck is doing in Rome and their ties to Al-Samad.
And what led you to believe that Halbeck has any interests in Rome or Al-Samad?
Are you denying that either one is true?
I do not believe you would have come here without evidence.
And what makes you think that?
You aren't here in an official capacity. You are operating under Alpha Protocol.
Interesting. Considering the program's secret, I would have expected you to say traitor, unless you have insider knowledge.
If you think you're the first to be abandoned by your government, you would be wrong. You are Michael Thornton, a veteran with an impressive record of solving seemingly impossible problems.
I'm an operative now. After Saudi, I had to change my 5-year plan. I'm guessing you're here to confirm the file you have on me. Anything else you need to check?
Reports place you as someone loyal to your country and who believes in carrying their missions through.
Is that so odd?
In today's day and age, yes. But not to me. And you were the one who crossed paths with a German mercenary in Moscow. Z.
I get around, and she was a little insistent we get together.
I am not surprised. She is a mercenary, but hardly professional, or discreet, it seems.
Have you two had dealings before?
Contract disputes only.
So you know a great deal about me, and I know who you are. You're Leyland's right-hand man, his lackey, toady, henchman. And you wear those gloves to keep the blood off your hands. I've read your dossier. You've lived a full life. Kuwait, South Africa, that oil refinery explosion in Moscow. It's like a concert tour with you.
Yes. You, on the other hand, have managed to enter Rome quietly. I didn't know you were here until an hour ago. You're skilled at keeping a low profile. No murders, no public announcement. Very impressive.
What happened to Al-Bara?
Dead, of course. Once you'd ID'd him, well, his use to me was at an end. In less than a day's time, you have already managed to cause me considerable inconvenience. Now, tell me what you're doing here.
I was tracking down a lead, and it looks like I've found it.
I see. So you thought all you had to do was wait and we would speak. Interesting.
What I don't understand, though, is why we're talking at all. Unless keeping me alive is important for some reason.
I have orders, and I am a cautious person.
So am I. And I think we have room to negotiate.
No, I am not authorized to make deals. Besides, I believe you have nowhere to go for help. In that situation, it is a rare man who goes to his enemy's door. So, yes, this is a social call. A warning. You have proven yourself capable, but pursuing this course of action will not serve you any longer. Go underground, hide, but stay out of our way.
Or else what?
Or people you care about will start to die. We know you've been in contact with one of your fellow agents. That contact will die if you persist, and then we will kill you.
Those are your terms. Allow you to carry out your mission, and I stay out of the way.
Yes.
You realize I would be betraying my country.
Yes, and that does not change my terms. I understand your feelings, and I encourage you to set them aside.
So we're done here. I leave Rome, leave you to your plan, and that's it.
Yes. What you do next is up to you, but there are only two immediate choices. Leave, you live. Stay, you die.
You don't seem like the corporate stooge type. In fact, you seem like someone who doesn't take orders at all, especially from someone like Leyland.
Are you questioning my loyalty?
I am, but not in the way you think. I've read your dossier. From where I'm standing, it doesn't seem like Halbeck's any better than the governments that you've served with. In fact, they're like a government unto themselves, and if you think for a second that they give a rat's ass about their employees, then you're twice the fool. Do you seriously think they wouldn't leave you out to dry if they had to?
Your attention to detail and history borders on obsessive. You may live through this after all. Leave Rome. If we see each other again, it will be the last time.
Quiet, but intense. He sounds an awful lot like that guy in the gelato shop for some reason. Can't place my finger on it.
I confess, you slipped into Rome almost without us noticing. You were even more difficult to track after that.
Between Halbeck and local authorities, the locals were the tough ones.
No matter. Mr. Marburg found you. That must have been a surprise, meeting up for lunch like that.
When we talked, he had a lot to say about Halbeck and some suggestions about my involvement with your corporation.
Really? I can rarely get 3 words from the man.
Well, feel free to have him threaten you whenever you get tired of listening to yourself.
I'd be curious to hear more, and your first impression of Mr. Marburg. What did you discuss?
We discussed business. Turns out both of us have experience with abuse of authority.
He described you as a man of your word. Patriotic, I believe, also came into the conversation. But Mr. Marburg was not always the best judge of character. Nor does he instill much loyalty in employees. Speaking of which, this woman entered the picture not long after your meeting with Marburg. She was in our office in Rome. Madison, I believe.
Yes.
I always wondered, did you ever regret getting her into this?
It wasn't my choice.
Oh, Mike. In the end, it was.
Mike, we may have a problem. The VCI employee I mentioned before, Madison, I think she's going to act.
What do you mean, now?
She's calling the operator and asking for you by name.
She can't be working for Marburg. Unless this is a trap. Who is she calling?
The city directory. And maybe the police next. If she does...
Can you intercept the call? Redirect it?
What? Why?
I want to know why she's looking for me.
Okay, let me patch her through. Operator?
Miss St. James?
Hello? Yes, is this the operator?
No, Miss St. James. This is Michael Thornton.
Oh, thank God. Mr. Thornton, please, you have to listen to me.
I don't believe we've met before. How do you know my name and why are you calling?
I have reason to believe your life is in danger. I know it sounds crazy, but...
You don't say.
I don't want to discuss the details over the phone. This line may be tapped. She is a sharp one. But it's important I speak to you immediately. Is there someplace we can meet?
Of course. I'll send you the address of a local restaurant.
All right. I still have to hail a cab.
I'll have one sent to your cross streets.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you soon, Miss St. James.
Well, I must say I'm kind of surprised. I didn't know Italy had cameras in all of their public phones. Anyway, we got 3 more levels unlocked. So that's 1 point in stealth. And a remote hack. Oh, that's worth buying straight away. And I believe that's it for now. So, I'll see you next time.